Sup, bros? It's Terry, and I'm actually going to be doing something current this time. See, I was on Facebook yesterday and I saw a pretty unique name trending on my wall, Constance Wu. And I genuinely don't know why I clicked on it, aside from, I guess, because it's an old-fashioned name and my mom's name is Temperance, so I clicked on it. And I think I did think that, oh, is this some sort of feminist thing? And I was not wrong, it is. Um, I did not, like I said, I did not know who Constance Wu was. And so I looked at this article from Jezebel. Constance Wu says Casey Affleck's potential Oscar win will be a nod to Trump's. And according to this, she plays mom on ABC's Fresh Off the Boat. I went on Wikipedia and looked and to see if I've seen her in anything, and I haven't. I'm really horribly bad with celebrity names. I don't keep track of celebrities. It is, bros, it's just not my thing. Um, I was doing a lot of research for this, and I was seriously bored as fuck looking through all these different celebrities and stuff like that. Until I got to the legal case that I'll be talking about later. But, it's according to, let's get to this article. Constance Wu, who is mom on ABC's delightful Fresh Off the Boat and in Our Hearts, had a lot to say about Casey Affleck's Oscar nomination, and, let's face it, probable win after the Academy's big announcement Tuesday morning. In a series of tweets that she has not deleted, by the way, she sounded off on allegations that the actor sexually harassed and physically intimidated women several years ago, writing, "Men who sexually harass women for Oscar, because good acting performance matters more than humanity, human integrity, because poor kid really needs the help. Boys, buy your way out of trouble by settling out of court. Just do a good acting job. That's all that matters, because art isn't about humanity, right?" Wu is referring to the fact that Affleck settled the case out of court, which I will be getting to in just a minute, bros, because there's something important that she's leaving out of that little thing right there. She followed up those tweets with this extended comment. Right, he's not running for prez, he's running for an award that honors a craft whose purpose is examining the dignity of the human experience. And young women are deeply human. The absence of awards doesn't diminish a great performance that's on the page, or screen as it were. And the opportunity to even do the part is a tremendous honor in and of itself. But the choices an awarding committee makes does increase the dignity of award and brings light to the pursuit of our craft seeks to honor. It signifies said committee's awareness of the harmful oversights it may have unknowingly participated in the past, and the respect and dignity to learn from the past and not repeat it, and not to use it as an excuse to reinforce the industry's gross and often hidden mistreatments of women. Art doesn't exist for the sake of awards, but awards do exist to honor all that art is trying to accomplish in life. So context matters, because in acting, human life matters. It's why art exists. I know it's just an award, but I guess I'm just in this career not for awards, but because the treatment of human life matters to me, so I stand the fuck up for it. And after those tweets she shared, she said she had been counseled not to talk about this for her career's sake, adding, "F my career then. I'm a woman and a human first. That's what my craft is built on." And then it makes a comment about how Affleck's film is getting even more rave reviews. Okay, bros, I'm going to start off with her comment at the beginning about how he just bought his way out of this entire thing. You see, a quick Google search will bring up this article on Mashable, which summarizes the entire thing pretty objectively, I think. It does give some opinions and speculations on it, but the important thing is that it actually lets you read both the claimants, Amanda White and Magdalena Morca's court statements, as well as Affleck and his attorneys, which I will be putting this in the link into the description if you want to look at this. But basically, both Morca and White do accuse Affleck of sexual misconduct. And before I get any further, I'm not taking either side on this, as far as that, because I was not there. I'm not a legal expert, and I'm not a judge. But the facts are, they brought these allegations, as well as an allegation that he did not pay them properly. And of course, he says that these allegations are false. And in fact, they tried to change the deal halfway through, and he refused. And so Amanda White tried to hold some of the required production documents hostage. And it was when, after he legally forced her to give those to him, that she and Morka made this claim, officially made this sexual harassment claim. But the thing is, if you actually read through his and his attorney's statements, you find out that both Morka and White signed an agreement saying that if there was any sort of conflict with any of the crew, that it was to be immediately taken to arbitration. Which, like I said, I'm not a legal expert. I don't know exactly what that means, but what I think it means is basically a legally binding mediation that doesn't involve the actual state court. And they both signed that agreement, and he is correct in his statement that they did not follow the contract that they signed in taking this to a public court. So Constance is kind of wrong in saying that he just bought his way out, because they both agreed to do this to begin with, and they tried to get around that. But like I said, I'm not trying to say that Afleck is innocent or they're lying, because I don't know. I was not involved. I do not have the right to make such claims either way. However, what I am saying, bros, is that Constance is making an allegation that I believe is incorrect based off of this trial. And like I said, I'm putting a link to the Mashable article, which has all the documents for you bros to read there. So if you want to look into it and make your own opinion on the entire thing, go ahead and do so. But now let's go to her other statement. Right, he is not running for press, he's running for an award, which actually, no, he's not running for an award. He's not campaigning for this award. He was nominated. I mean, he could have nominated himself. Who knows? Bros can do that in this type of things. But he got nominated. He was not campaigning. He's not saying, vote for me for the Oscars. I mean, he probably jokingly said it over with his bros or stuff like that, but I don't think, I mean, no one actively campaigns for the Oscars. So, no, he's not running for this. That honors a craft whose purpose is examining the dignity of the human experience, and young women are deeply human. That last part is true. Young women are deeply human, as are men, and young men, and old women, and middle-aged women, and middle-aged men. Humans are deeply human, contrary to apparently what she's saying. Thing is, not movies don't. Our whole purpose is not examining the dignity of the human experience. I'm going to list some movies that I'm sure she would agree with me on are not examinations of the dignity of human experience. Sausage Party, Pixels, Grown Ups 1 and 2, The Hangover Trilogy, Transformers. I guess you could maybe say Transformers has a little bit of an examination of humanity in it. Cars, Good Burger. Bros, I'm sure she would agree with me in that those movies are not serious examinations of the human experience or dignity. I'm 100% sure that she would agree. And the thing is, art has different purposes. It's not just one specific thing. Because if you actually look into history, the origins of acting were originally religious, to teach religious teachings and to tell stories that imparted ethical knowledge and wisdom and everything. They have evolved to be an art form for the sake, I mean, there is art for the sake of art. I mean, there is just art to express feelings and things like that and make people feel things. But there's art for just fun, entertainment. There's stupid comedy movies that have no overall overt message to them. There's comedy movies that are just there for bros to get together and laugh at. They're meant to be watched in groups because sometimes they're not really that funny unless you're with other people. So there's that. But let's look at her statement a bit more. The absence of awards doesn't diminish the great performance. She is acknowledging, I think she is acknowledging Casey Affleck's ability. It's on the page, or the screen as it were, and the opportunity to even do the part is a tremendous honor in of itself. But the choices an awarding committee makes does increase the dignity of an award and brings light to the pursuit of our craft seeks to honor. Yes, that's what awards are for, to highlight the ups and downs of a craft, in this case movie making. It signifies said committee's awareness of the harmful oversights it may have unknowingly participated in the past, and the respect and dignity to learn from the past and not repeat it, and not to use it as an excuse to reinforce the industry's gross and often hidden mistreatments of women. And it doesn't... This is where she gets off the rails. This is where I think she's starting to confuse the Oscars for the Nobel Awards. The Nobel Awards award people for doing great things, being ethical, making ethical and moral decisions in the face of adversity, and bringing the world together through art and everything, righting past wrongs, that type of thing. That's what the Nobel Prizes are. The Oscars are for art. The reward for Best Actor is for how well the actor can do his or her job. And the best screenwriter and best whatever other awards there are, that's for how good the screenwriter did his or her. It's not judging the person by their character, so to speak. It is judging the bro by how well they did the thing, by how well they did their job. That's all the Oscars are. That's all they're supposed to be. She is trying to make this a character issue when this is an art issue. She's trying to bring in... she makes all this fuss about art and how art is this and how this brings attention to the art. But then suddenly she says, no, you're not bringing attention to the art. You are wholeheartedly endorsing this person as a person. And since Affleck did these things, he should not get that, despite his acting ability, which she acknowledges early on. But that's not what the Oscars are for. If someone does a bad job in a movie, they, for one thing, probably won't get nominated, and probably would not get the award. All this stuff about human life matters. He's right. Human life does matter. Life matters. And you can argue the philosophical implications of art from now to when I come home at night. But seriously, the Oscars are not here for this. The Oscars are to laud people's abilities in art, to do art, not to laud their character as their own person. Affleck plays other people on the big screen, and presumably maybe in other things too. And that's what they're judging. They're not there to judge him as a person. That, in this case, that's what the legal system is for. And what legally he had the right to not be a part of because of agreements that all parties involved. So that's why this really got on me. She's trying to combine two issues that are wholly separate. And it's really not fair to Affleck or Morka and White. The Mashable article ends by saying, I mean, not quite ends, but at the end, near the end of the Mashable article, it says, very deep within the item was an update on the harassment case. Afleck had settled with White and Gorka. A joint statement from both sides read simply, the disputes between Flimmy Productions LLC and Casey Afleck with Amanda White and Magdalena Gorka in connection with the film I'm Still Here have been resolved to the mutual satisfaction of the parties. Now, this was a private arbitration, which means there is no public record, so we cannot know what went on there unless we ask the individual specifically, and they might be under some sort of legal thing not to say, which, like I said, I'm not taking anyone's side on this. It's not my right. It's not my job. But Constance is taking on that role, and that's wrong. Now, she's free to say what she wants. If she believes Affleck is guilty, that's fine. That's her right. She can have that opinion. But to say that the Oscars should hold him accountable for something that has not been proven, or consider that at all in determining whether or not he is the best actor for a given category, it has nine bros. That they should not listen to her in this. She can say whatever she wants, but this is a total irrelevant point, especially given the ambiguity of the entire thing. Now, like I said, I am not I'm not saying he's innocent in this, and I'm not saying that White and Morka are lying, because, like I said, I wasn't there. I'm not involved in this case at all, and I do not have the right to judge. But it's really got to me, bros, because she's trying to combine two entirely separate issues and making it about women when it is not about women. It's about honoring someone's abilities. And I'm repeating myself, bros. I'm sorry about that. It just really got to me. But, like I said, links to both articles are in the description. Look at it for yourself. Let me know what you think in comments below. Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I'm Terry Bull. I love talking with you, bros. So hit me up there, and I'll talk to you, bros, later. Peace. Love. Taurus.